Today I'm going to walk you through a postpartum and parenting circuit training workout. Now this workout is meant to be done with little to no equipment. All I have are a mat, some water, shoes are optional. We're going to dive in with 3 warm-up exercises and then go into our circuit training. It's going to be 6 exercises. We're going to go through the circuit 3 times. So let's get started. We're going to come down to all fours, and I want you to open up across the chest. Find that scapular engagement. So long line from head to tail. You want to make sure that your shoulders are not up into your ears. I'm going to start with my left hand behind my head, which means I'm going to check on this right elbow to make sure it's not hyperextended. If you find that the inside of that elbow going forward, you're just going to rotate it back. That's going to help you lock down and find that right scapular activation. Bottom of the shoulder blade here. That left hand's behind the head, and I'm just going to rotate up and back down. I'm going to take about 5 or 6 of these, and this is called T-spine, and T stands for thoracic spine, which is that middle area of our back that tends to feel a little bit sticky. It doesn't get a lot of movement, so this is a great exercise to incorporate into your workout to get a little more mobility there. We're going to take this over to the other side. Again, I'm going to check that elbow, lock down, find that left scapular engagement, right hand behind the head, and rotating open and close on the right side. Now just take note here, do you have one side that tends to have a little more mobility than the other? If you find a drastic difference from one side to the other, go ahead and just add a few more rotations on that side that feels a little more stuck. Good, give me one more, and then come back to center. We're gonna go into a beast hold with some shoulder taps. So this is gonna be a lot of upper body strength, core strength, really turning on that full core breathing belly pump engagement. Tucking the toes, again, shoulders are open, scaps are activated, bottom and side corners of the shoulder blades. If you have any problems with your wrists, you can pop up onto your fists, but wrist pain will often go away when you've got good scapular activation. It takes that extra pressure off the list. The wrists. I'm going to take my belly pump. So I'm going to think pelvic floor, lower, middle, upper abs, full wrap on that exhale. I'm going to come up and hover my knees about 1 inch off the ground, and I'm just going to tap right to left. We're going to count to 10. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Take a quick rest. We're going to do that one more time. Stretch those arms out, come down to child's pose. Really relax your core here. Breathe into the lowest part of the belly. Relax your pelvic floor muscles and bring yourself back up. Now the goal here is to keep your hips as stable as possible. So if you need to widen your legs a little bit, you can do that. Chest open, scaps down and engage, lift and hover. You've got that pelvic floor activation on, lower, middle, upper abdominals. 3, 4, 5, think of that scap engagement. This is 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Rest in that child's pose one more time. Big belly breath. Relax the core, relax the pelvic floor. We're going to come out into a side plank, and we are going to thread the needle here. So elbow stationed right underneath your shoulder girdle. Again, scapular activation. So I'm on my right elbow here. I'm going to think of the right inside corner of that shoulder blade. You're welcome to do this from your knees, or you can come all the way up to your feet, and we're going to thread the needle from there. So before we get into it, we're going to take a nice big inhale, prep. Exhale, pelvic floor, lower, middle, upper abs. Again, find that scap engagement. Go ahead and lift yourself up. Extend the left arm up to the sky. And then I'm going to deepen that core wrap as I thread that needle through. 2. We're going to take 10 on each side, either on your knees or on your feet. I'm exhaling on that rotation so I can really find that pelvic floor, lower abdominal engagement. I'm feeling those obliques. Try to keep this out of your shoulder out of your ear. One more. Good total body warm up here. And lower yourself down. Just take a nice little mermaid stretch. Get into that side body. You can imagine that you're breathing into that right lung there and puffing it up nice and big. And then we're going to flip over to the other side. So set yourself up here, elbow right underneath the shoulder girdle. Chest is open. I'm thinking of that left scap activation, either on your knees or on your feet. We're gonna take pelvic floor, lower, middle, upper abs. Find that activation. Extend the arm up to the sky or the ceiling and rotate under. Again, breathing. I'm taking my exhale on that rotation because that's where I feel I can get the most oblique and lower abdominal engagement. You're welcome to play with your breath pattern here, but the goal is really to feel those oblique muscles and keep that scap engagement down on that rotation. We're gonna take one more and sit down on your hip, mermaid that arm over. Take a nice big breath into that left side of the body. And that's the end of the warm-up. You should feel a little bit warm. You've got the core on. We're gonna head into a forearm plank tuck. So this is to get those lower abdominals, pelvic floor, and a little bit of glute activation. Again, focusing on those scaps. You noticing a theme here? We're gonna come down to our forearms, open the chest, find those shoulder blades down your back. Again, you have the option here. You can either do these from your knees with the tuck and the untuck, or you can come up to your feet and do them from here. You don't want to feel any pressure in your lower back. Also, you want to make sure that you can maintain that core engagement, that you're not pushing out and down towards the floor with your abdominal wall. So if you feel like you've lost core engagement, just take a quick break, come out of the exercise and stop. We're going to go into this for 10 times. So from knees or feet, I'll do the first 5 on the knees here. I'm going to exhale, tuck the tailbone under. I'm feeling a ton of activation in my pelvic floor and from hip bone to hip bone. Inhale, release. Exhale. Shh. You can use that SH sound to help you get those lower abdominals on. Turning on that core breathing belly pump. Think of those shoulders pressing down out of your back. This is number 5. And I'm going to pop up here for the next 5. Shh. A little more of an arm shake there. This is obviously the more advanced version of this exercise. You're welcome to choose the one that works best for you. This is 4. And 1 more. This is 5. Good. Take a quick rest in child's pose. Relax your lower abs. Send that air all the way down to your pelvic floor. Exercise number 2. We're going to come up into a down dog position. You can pedal out the feet here just because we're still trying to warm up a little bit through the legs and lower body. And we're going to take a donkey kick. So we're going to extend that right leg up into the air. Now, again, you want that scap activation to support your arms and your wrists. And you're just going to pull that leg in and then extend it up to the sky. This is 2. Find your breath pattern. This is 3. I'm not going to cue you inhale, exhale in any certain position. I want you to figure out which breath pattern works for you. 5 more. 5, 4, 3. Pull those shoulders out of your ears. 2, and last 1. Good. Take a quick break. We're going to take a counter stretch in the wrists before we go over to the left leg. Big belly breath. Release those core muscles. Getting the heart rate up there a little bit. Oh, and over to the other side. So up into down dog. I'm going to extend that left leg up into the air and pull it in and push it out. I'm thinking wide across the chest. Scaps down the back. 3, 4, 5, 6. Stay connected to your breath. 7, 8. 2 more. 9 and 10. Drop down. Quick child's pose to release. You're welcome to flip your wrists up to the sky here. And breathe into that. Good. Give yourself a nice stack here. Sit up tall. Find those sits bones down into the ground. If you're on your heels, you can sit on your butt. Just close your eyes for a second. We're gonna relax those pelvic floor muscles before we go on. We're also gonna come back up onto our hands and our wrists. So we're giving them a little bit of a break here. Take a nice big inhale and exhale, release. We are gonna go into 50 mountain climbers. So you can either do these 50 fast with me, or you can take them at a much slower pace and cut it in half at about 25. So open the chest. If your wrists are bothering you at all, you can always pop up onto your fists here. I'm gonna pop up into plank, and I'm just gonna start to march those knees up to my chest, pull in and up with those pelvic floor muscles, core. If you feel the core engagement disappearing, you're just gonna pop down and take an inhale. Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pull those shoulders away from your ears. This is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This is about 45 seconds in total when I actually keep track of the timing. We're gonna call this 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 9. Keep it going. Stick with me. This is not gonna be an exact 50 because I've lost count again, but that's okay. We're all just practicing as we go through life. Give me 4, 3, 2, and 1. That felt like about 45 seconds. Take a breather. That one got me. We're gonna come up to standing next. Go ahead and take that counter stretch in the wrists one more time. We're gonna be off of them for the rest of the workout. All right, pop up to standing. We are gonna head into a sumo squat. So we're gonna take 10 of these. We're gonna take these nice and low and bring yourself up. So as you sit down and back, I want you to take those sits bones behind you. Feel those sits bones go out and wide and short and narrow. We're gonna call this 4, 5. You should feel this get into your glutes. You should feel it get into the quads a little bit. Work and open the hips. Take 2 more with me. And last one. Good. We're gonna take this into a one-legged deadlift. So find a nice flat surface. I'm gonna start with the left leg as my grounding leg, right leg behind you. And hands can either be on your hips or you can reach forward for balance. We're gonna lift that leg up off the ground. If this feels like too much of a challenge, you can keep it and tap it in and out. But I'm gonna reach forward, trying to keep those hips nice and square. Feeling for that left glute activation. So bend that standing knee as you come forward. Open up the chest so you're not rounding forward. Find that scap activation. This is 3. We're gonna do 10 on each leg. 4, 5, 6. You can imagine that you've got a piece of dirt or something that you're pressing that heel down into the ground. Find your breath coordination. Where does your body want to inhale? Where does it want to exhale? Don't hold your breath. And this is the last one. 10. Good. Shake it out. We're going to go to the other side. Ground that foot into the ground. Press your heel down. Little speck of dirt underneath there. Chest is open, scaps are engaged. I'm gonna drive into that right heel. Look for that right glute activation as I reach down. 3. If you can't feel your right glute, touch it, tap it. Sometimes just applying some of that feedback to a muscle will help you get it on. Or just thinking about it. We're gonna take 3 more here. And then we've only got 1 more exercise till we're done with round 1. And then we're gonna head it right into round 2. Good, shake it out. All right, 10 jump squats. So if you're not ready for jumping, you're just gonna lift up onto releve on your toes instead. But we're gonna take it down and jump at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one does get into the quads. 8, 9, and 10. I always tell my clients when they're concerned about feeling their quad activation, your quads work as a decelerator. So if you're coming out of a jump or landing something, you want those quads to fire to slow you down. So completely okay if you felt them in that one. Okay, catch your breath, grab a sip of water. That's the end of round 1. We're gonna head into round 2. So we're gonna start down on the ground with those forearm plank tucks, either on your knees or on your feet. Open up the chest, find that scap activation, and we're gonna tuck and release. This one I am gonna give you a breath cue. I want you to exhale on that tuck as you feel that zip come up the front of the body. Focus on keeping those shoulders out of the ears. And you see I'm really pushing back here because I know for myself, my body, lower abs, pelvic floor like to hold that tension. So I'm really pushing back here. So I take that moment to release the pelvic floor, release the lower abdominals. Good. And one more. Great. If you need to take a quick rest in child's pose, you can. Catch your breath. We're gonna go into those 10 donkey kicks on each side. Open the chest, find the scaps, pop up into down dog, extend your right leg up into the air, and we've got 1, 2. We're gonna move a little faster through this second circuit. Focused a little more on the technique and the form to the first one. We're just gonna plow through this one, get it done. Keep breathing, keep your shoulders out of your ears. 2 more on this leg. Last one. Good, take a break if you need it. Quick little stretch in the wrists. Over to the other side. Down dog, left leg goes up and pull in. Find those scaps. Coordinate your breath. See if you can find those lower abdominals. I like to think of my legs starting at my belly button and pulling like a lever from the belly button to the knee. 2 more. Good. Last one. And take a quick child's pose. You can flip those wrists up. Relax your pelvic floor. All right, exercise number 3, the most brutal. We're gonna go into those mountain climbers. I'm gonna talk less through this round and try to count a true 50 for you. If you have a timer, set a timer for 30, 45, 60 seconds, and you can work your way up from there. Open the chest, find the scaps. Here we go, 1, 2. 8, 9, 10, 10. This is 30. Pull those shoulders away from your ears. This is 40. Find those lower abs. And 50. Good. Whew. Up to the sumo squats. Take a moment, catch your breath, grab water if you need it. Here we go, nice and wide, nice and low. 2. As you find yourself getting more tired, notice if some of those muscular imbalances start to show up. The stronger muscles will start to take over when you're getting tired. So the ones that you know that are weaker, on the left, the right, front to back, focus on them the most as you get more tired. Good, last one. Great, we're gonna go into that one-legged deadlift next. Again, water if you need it. If you find yourself holding tension in the lower abs and pelvic floor, release here. I'm gonna find my right leg first. Let me face this way for you. anchor down, find that point underneath the heel. Focus on a spot about 6 feet in front of you. And then look for that right glute. Figure out the breath pattern that works for you. Do you have more stability if you inhale down and exhale up? Or if you exhale down and inhale up? There's no wrong answer here. The only wrong answer is the movement pattern that gets you the wrong muscle activation. So you're looking for that glute. You're making sure that you're not holding your breath. I've got 2 more. And last one. Good, shake out that standing leg, head over to the other side. Find a nice solid patch of ground underneath you. Left leg, left glute, 6 feet. Chest is open, scaps are engaged. Oh, that left glute kicked on right away from me. If you're having a hard time feeling it, again, touch it, press it, poke it. Put your brain in the muscle that you want to fire. 5 more here. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Shake it out. We're gonna end with those 10 jump squats. I'm just gonna jump right into it. 1, 2, sits bones out and back. Find your breath. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Take a breather. Grab yourself a sip of water. I was so tempted when I programmed this for you to stop at 2 rounds because that's when my body likes to stop. But we're gonna go for that 3rd one today. We're gonna get through it. 6 more exercises, about 10 times each. We can do this. Relax those pelvic floor muscles. We're gonna start with those forearmed tucks, tucking that tailbone under, finding that lower abdominal pelvic floor scoop and lift. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Down to your forearms, chest is open, scaps are engaged, either your knees or your feet, and we're gonna tuck 1 on the exhale. 2, 3, 4. If you feel like you need to drop down to those knees if you started up, completely okay. This is 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Take a quick breather. Good. We've got those 10 donkey kicks on each side. These are surprisingly hard as well. We're gonna start with that right leg. Chest is open, scaps like crazy to keep those shoulders out of your ears. Pop up into down dog, extend the right leg, pull it in with those lower abs for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Think of that stability coming from the left side of your body here. 7, 8, almost there. 9, and 10. Take the counter stretch in the wrist for just a second. Over to the other side. Chest open, scaps down. Down dog up, left leg extends. Stability on the right side of your body. That opposite oblique to the working leg is working to hold that torso nice and stable. Here's 5, 6. Can you coordinate an inhale, exhale breath here? 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh. Breathe into this. As I get more sweaty, I seem to be collecting more bugs. Mountain climbers. Last time we got to do them for this workout. Again, set a timer, for 30, 45, 60 seconds, or you can attempt to count to 50 with me. The important thing is that you breathe and keep your shoulders out of your ears. Get those core muscles on. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. This is 30. I'm gonna take this moment just to pull those shoulders down even more. Think of those lower abdominals. 40, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 50. We did it, we're almost there. 3 more, these aren't as bad. We're gonna come up to standing. Grab water if you need it, take a moment to catch your breath. We're gonna head into those sumo squats for 10, nice and wide. You're thinking of those sits bones going out and back behind you, really low, and back up. 2. Oh, you should be nice and tired by now. So can you find the ease in these last 3 moves that we're going through? 2 more here. Last one. Good. One-legged deadlift. Anchor down through your right leg. We're going to focus on finding that posterior chain on the right side, from your right heel up the back of the leg into the hamstring and the glute. Chest is open, scaps engaged. Find that focus point. 6 feet in front of you. 2. Coordinate your breath. Notice if you have some muscles other than those glutes trying to take over. Maybe it's going to your shin, maybe it's going to your knee. If you need to grab a chair or a wall for stability here, there is no harm in that. It's not about finishing the workout and just getting through the exercises. It's about doing them, again, with the right intention and the right muscle activation. So as soon as you start to feel it go somewhere else, maybe 10 is not your number, maybe it's 2. You want to do the number of reps that you can handle or that your body is conditioned for with the right activation. Left side, looking for that left glute. 2. Now I know for me, this left oblique likes to turn off here and make me a little wobbly. So I'm going to think of that whole left side chain from my heel into my hamstring, my glute, up into that left oblique to keep things nice and stable. If you haven't done an assessment with me or done one of those self-assessments, pop into those, submit that information to me, and we can start to determine if you need to do a little more work on one muscle over the other. I lost count. We're going to do one more. And shake this out on the standing leg. Last one, we did it. Here we go. 10 jump squats. Find your breath. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh my gosh, virtual high 10 here. Take a standing quad stretch. Find your balance, grab a chair, grab a wall, drop that knee down. If you want to go a little deeper into the stretch, you can tuck your pelvis under here and press your foot away into your hand. Whew. Proud of us. If you're still here with me, I know you are. Good, and then take it over to the other side. Anchor that foot down. Grab something stable if you need it. You want to go a little deeper, tuck that pelvis under. Push that foot into the palm of your hand. Good. You might notice you've got a sympathetic breath response here. That's normal during cardio. That fight or flight mode, it's good. We're training in and out of sympathetic, parasympathetic. So in these stretches, the goal is to get back into that rest and recovery, that low, deep belly breath by the time we finish here. Pop on down to the ground. I want you to cross your ankle over your knee, and we're gonna take a figure 4. Flex this foot at the ankle. Try not to sink down into your shoulder. Sit up nice and tall here. You can flex that bottom foot and push into it to go a little deeper. You can move that leg out to make it a little less intense. And then we're gonna head over to the other leg. Flex the foot. That protects your knee joint. Pull up out of those shoulders if you found yourself sinking in. We're gonna take one more stretch here for the hamstrings. So I want you to come up to a kneeling position. You're gonna flex or bend that leg forward. Flex your foot and then shoot both of your hips directly behind you and reach down towards the floor. The goal here is to even out the hips. And just breathe. I want you to inhale, hold where you are in the stretch. Exhale, try to deepen it. And then head over to the other leg. So we're gonna find that 90-degree angle, stretch it out, flex your toes, hips go back, chest comes forward, and breathe. I just felt that release out of that fight or flight mode breath, that upper chest down into my low belly again. If you're not there yet, that's okay. And I lied. We're gonna take one more just to make sure that you can get there. Go ahead and lay down on your back. And you can either bring your knees together or open them up and take them apart. Hands on your belly, close your eyes. And see if you can return to that natural rise and fall in your belly as you breathe in. Relax all the way down to those pelvic floor muscles. And release. Stay here as long as you need. Thank you for joining me through this workout today. If you made it through, send me an email. I would love to hear how you did. I'd love to know what you're up to, what you're working on at the moment, and also ask me any questions if anything's coming up in your body. I'll see you guys soon.